I think they should have given us more instruction before setting us off. Subscribe to our channel for more Zeke and Terri adventures.
Well, after 4 weeks in Bordeaux, a train trip, and a boat ride
With a very, very helpful guy.
we have just set sail, embarking on a
1 week
7-day Canal du Midi tour.
We're in the Camargue in the south of France.
We need to get 8 kilometers down the canal to find a place for dinner.
And more for the night. And then in the morning there'll be markets and stuff, because we have to get everything from toilet paper and dish soap to water, wine, cheese, baguette.
Well, we are on our way. Join us on our voyage. Before we take you on this adventure, a bit of context. Despite extensive research and planning, we struggled to find detailed information about this route, like where to moor overnight, where to buy groceries, even which waterways we'd actually be traveling.
We thought we were simply on the Canal du Midi, but discovered we'd be experiencing 3 completely different waterways. The Canal du Rhône à Sète, the Étang de Taux, and finally the Canal du Midi. While Zeke may look confident navigating and docking this boat, he was actually quite nervous.
And Terri was stressed about navigation with unclear charts and Google Maps that don't account for waterways. We were both anxious about making our 9 a.m. deadline in Somail the following Saturday, and here's how it all unfolded.
Spoiler alert, we made it on time and in one piece.
All right, cheers to pizza. On night 1, this is luxury.
I think this is just going to be a cleaner version of camping.
Is this the entree plot dessert combo?
We have cookies. We have pastries.
Oh, we do. We
have
gotta
good
finish
pastries.
those. Luxury breakfasts, soft-boiled eggs, toast, and honey.
Okay, Captain's Log Day 2.
We successfully survived the night, and we navigated this little town, Saint-Gilles.
Saint-Gilles. Which is not the greatest little town, but it does have a lovely Sunday market. So we managed to get a bunch of produce. We got you coffee from Portugal. We got some rice we're hoping is going to work for risotto, which we're going to make tonight. But we didn't get any more wine. That's okay. I think there'll be someplace else we can stop.
Absolutely.
I started off the day not so happy because this little town isn't great, and we spent a lot of money for this experience, and it's a little less than what I expected, and that always makes me a little cranky because I feel like an idiot if I've spent
early reviews. Oh, it looks like we've got a neighbor pulling in, so
which means we need to pull out. Wow, they're gonna. Wow, I think you need to go capture this because they're coming into a small point. We're off to Galician and then Aigues-Mortes.
Oh, and hopefully we dodge the raindrops.
Can't you make this thing go any faster? Captain, my captain.
Captain Croissant.
Oh my God, it's a canal traffic jam. What are we going to do?
At 11 a.m. we're going to have yoga on the promenade deck.
Okay, we have moved indoors. Why have we moved indoors, Zeke?
I saw some flashes. I don't know, what was that? Did you guys have a flashlight out there or something?
No, it was a big flash of lightning followed by some thunder. We are now seeing some drops as we've been piloting straight into the storm. We are inside hiding from the rain and the lightning. We have a situation with the wine.
Wine Slurpee.
Oh.
Somebody forgot to take it out of the freezer.
I think it might have been me. It is pouring rain outside. We made it through a thunderstorm with lightning and thunder and just a total downpour. You did an amazing job backing up into this super skinny space.
Steep learning curve. The key is to park to another rental boat because whoever's in the rental boat's not really going to care as much. And they've bumpered the outside of all these rental boats with like 18,000 bumpers. We've got to go to the grocery store and we've got to find like the little manager of the port here and make sure that we're copacetic with plugging in for power and all that type
I think we also have to pay a tariff.
Yeah, happy
at the
to.
captaincy,
Happy
aka
to.
the harbor master.
All right, we're off.
Okay, Zeke, how did it go paying the tariff?
Paying the tariff, 29 euros, something like that. The big question was, they say take all your paperwork, so they give us a big binder, and they didn't have the model of the boat. How long is the boat? Is it more than 11 meters or less? And I go, 11 meters, 36 feet or something like that? I don't think it's more than that. She goes, okay, well, if it is, then come back tomorrow and pay the difference. And I said, you bet. The worst part of the entire thing is now it starts raining all of a sudden. So I'm out there in the soaking rain and I get about halfway over there and I've got a rock the size of a pea in my shoe.
Oh,
that
no.
Jumped into my, so I had to stop in the rain, take my shoe off and shake the rock out. Anyway, but we're legal.
Thank you
And there's
for doing
bathrooms
that.
and showers around here somewhere if you want to use those, not on the boat. But I think we'll just use the boat because that's why we paid all the money for this boat.
Except the shower situation is less than stellar.
It'll be creative. In the eternal quest to bring you all the information, is it possible to take a decent shower in this bathroom? Now, the shower head is actually this sink handle here. So you got to pull it out and do the shower. Nope, and there's no way to hook the thing to the thing. And it doesn't really go back in all that easily. So, I'm going to be taking a shower in here. I'm going to put the toilet paper away. And it should all go down that drain all over there. And this door should slide closed. All right, that worked out okay. You do have to turn the water off when you're going to soap up and all that type of thing, but the bathroom is so small that it holds the heat, so when you turn the water off, it doesn't get that cold, and you just kind of get all the business done. Water did not leak out, and we'll leave it and see how long it takes, how dry it is in the morning. But I'd give it a strong B+, and I'm a good-sized guy, and there was plenty of room in there, so yeah, that works.
We made it through another night. We were hoping for torrential rain and thunderstorms last night, and we had a little bit of a sprinkle. So
at least we have sunshine this morning.
Absolutely, it is gorgeous out. Zeke took a shower last night and was wondering if the shower was going to dry, and I can tell you that no, the bathroom did not dry. There's nothing like sitting down on a wet toilet seat at 4 o'clock in the morning and even at 7 o'clock in the morning. We really only have, what did we decide? Is it 1 hour or 3 hours? 3 hours today?
I think it's an hour and a half.
Charts and maps and guides that we were provided were not less than stellar. So we'll see. We are actually going to keep track at this point, so we have a better idea of how long it takes us to go where.
It's all part of Zeke and Terry's adventures. Okay? That is not a regular hose bib. Okay, well then let's look at our hose.
Can we not die?
This, I'm imagining, There's no faucet control over there.
You think it's just going to start working?
I think once I pop this in there, it is a actuated valveless system that then will send water through here. So once I do that and water energizes this line, once this becomes a live line, you need to make sure that the hose doesn't come popping out of there, because again, we don't want to get water everywhere. Charging the line. I'm going to be charging the line. Are you ready for this? Feed the water. Feed the water. Line's being charged. We are off to get more supplies, and then we are going to hit the trail, hit the canal. Hard to see back there, but there is a dock full of boats. We were planning on staying there, but not anymore. So we are off to find a dock without any services on it, and run off the batteries and the water, and
it might be more peaceful.
Could be.
Our kid is going to complain there's no boulangerie to go to in the morning, but we are fully stocked with food, wine, coffee, tea for the kid.
Yep.
And I want something that's just a little bit more peaceful.
Yeah, but we were kind of looking forward to getting this is a tiny little spit of land and getting over to the other side to see the Mediterranean. But it's not going to happen here. It will probably happen up somewhere.
We can do that. But what we saw along the way, we saw two boats. The one annoying one as we were heading out of Aigues-Mortes that was going a mile an hour. And then once we got past them and out onto the main canal, we only saw one other boat. We saw lots of flamingos, some wild horses, some donkeys, and lots of other oiseaux or birds. I love the word, les oiseaux. And up ahead, we see some very dark clouds. We're expecting maybe some rain. I have some writing to do, so as long as I have a little bit of Wi-Fi, I am perfectly happy not exploring this little town and just enjoying being out in the peace and quiet.
Not part of the plan, but that's part of the adventure.
It's still within the
operational
range.
scope.
Yes. So this is our next parking opportunity, which I think we're gonna pass on. We've got an industrial shipyard over here. That's not unattractive, but...
It's a pond? What did you call that?
It is a pond.
What was the word for it though?
Étang? Étang?
I think it worked.
We are in Maguelone at the Cathédrale de Maguelone, looking out on the Mediterranean and some beautiful vineyards. Just saw a peacock, which is pont in French, and we're wandering around through this very lush garden area, and we took a little train from a very muddy walk from the boat where we are moored on the Canal du Rhône, Sète. And we're just checking this out. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a cafe or wine.
Good morning. There's a bridge we have to be to by 9 o'clock, so we have to start early. All right, go ahead. No, just down. Okay, go ahead, Terri. Are you off?
Hit it. There's a flamingo.
Oh yeah. Why is it I've never seen flamingos fly before?
I've seen them on Necker Island. The zoo, they aren't going to let them fly.
Oh, that's true.
So, where would you see them? It's day 4 on our Nicols bus, and today we are in Frontignan.
Right. And the main complaint I have is that hair and makeup came through and took care of you. What did they do here?
Felt good to take a shower and wash my hair, dry it, flat iron it. I was hoping to take a shower yesterday, but what we learned is that the electrical outlets only work when we are plugged in at the dock. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but yesterday we nearly wild moored. There was at least a place for us to moor against, but there wasn't electrical, and there was one other boat, and it was, other than that, it was just the birds and the fish and us, and it was delightful. And today in Frontignan, we are back in a city or a little village.
Yeah, we're plugged in, so we've got plenty of power. We can get water if we need it, but our water tank seems big enough.
We do have a train track that runs not too far from here. This was really interesting. We were going to get here by 4 p.m. today and then spend the night and then spend tomorrow in Sète. We decided to get moving earlier this morning in order to make the 9:30 lift of the bridge. We're also not completely clear on the times because what's posted in our little book online, various different sources are all different things, but we weren't sure if it was going to be 8:30 a.m., 9 o'clock, or 9:30 a.m. We do know it's 4 p.m. later, so it's like, well, let's give it a try, and that way we'll have a full day, and then we'll also be able to plug in and charge our chargers charge our little batteries so that we wouldn't run out of juice on our phones.
Yeah, and the book was a little incomplete. We didn't realize it. We could have plugged in on the other side if we'd gotten stuck over there. But we sorted all that out with a nice gentleman from Germany named Hennig, who helped us out, and he was in a rental boat as well. So he was here last night and figured it all out, and so we're good to go now.
Well, and I think what we realized is with these things, we have to go walk over to the little gate thing. Our youngest already did a little bit of a run for a boulangerie, and I think went by 3 and finally at the 4th found one that's opened. Tuesday morning looks a little bit sleepy. Once again, not high season. Oh my gosh, shoulder season, the best. Even though we had a couple days of rain, we did not see a single boat from the place where we were last night. We'll put that down below because we keep butchering the names of things, and to where we are today in Frontignan. But there is there's an église here, there's a Les Halles, and there's a local museum with some local history that we're hoping is going to be similar to what we saw in Angoulême.
Yeah, so we're going to go check this out, and then tomorrow we'll go to the market in Sète.
Yeah, and we'll go check out Sète as well. So that's a 30-minute train ride away or 45-minute bus ride, both of which are just right here, which will be good for convenience. Might be a little bit noisy for sleeping tonight. So we're not sure where we're going to stay the night tomorrow night. This could be a one and done on Frontignan, and then Marseillon is a little bit further on, and that looks like a cute option, but I don't think there's electrical, so we just have to make sure we're fully charged up. But allons-y, on y va. Well, it's 3:15 on Tuesday. We were planning on staying the night in Frontignan, and nice little port, had electricity and water, which we paid for electricity. We didn't actually take on water. Hopefully we didn't take on water unexpectedly. We walked in and we got some supplies and had some lunch, and then, we also saw a church and the Hotel de Ville, and then decided I think we'd had enough. We got really spoiled last night with mooring out in
the wilds.
It was absolutely gorgeous with only one other boat. But here they're doing a lot of improvements along the water, which is great for this little town, but it's not so great for us if we wanted peace and quiet.
There's a train right there.
We're going to go head out towards the oysters, to a town, what did we decide it was called? Bouzigues. So anyway, we will see. We do want to go to Sète tomorrow for the market, so this means that we will be going the 11 or 12 kilometers back tomorrow morning in order to take a 30-minute train down into Sète to go to the Wednesday market, walk around, see if there's anything interesting, and then head right back out. So
a lot of boat time tomorrow. That's okay.
That's okay. I mean,
That's
you have
why
the
we have
boat for the reason, for a reason. Okay, let's see how it goes. As with all plans on this particular trip, they changed as soon as we either declared them or wrote them down. Where did we end up staying the night and going the next day? Well, you'll just have to watch our next video on the Étang de Taux to find out. It is, after all, a Zeke and Terri adventure.